Hey there guys, it's Monday, May 11th. We're starting a brand new week. It's a brand new chapter. It's the very last chapter of the year, chapter 10. And it's all about data and statistics and probability. So here's our week at a glance. I'm only going to do one video per section. We're going to take the notes together, and then you have 2 days to do the homework for that section. I want to do that to try to increase the attendance to office hours. If you need help, please come to the office hours on Tuesday and Thursday. So there's no new video on those days. Come to office hours instead if you need help. It's live one-on-one help, just like as if you were to come in during lunch. So here's our week at a glance. We've got 3 sections this week: 10.1, 10.2, and 10.3. And then 10.3's homework's not due until the following week. Here is the warm-up. Simplify the fractions, so go ahead and pause the video. Make sure you have 10.1 notes in front of you and try this warm-up. Okay, let's go over this. We're going to be simplifying fractions a lot in this chapter, so we need to start practicing and getting back in the swing of things for reducing fractions. Use your multi-chart to make sure that you're reducing by the biggest possible number to save yourself some time. Of course, you can reduce by any number that goes into both the top and the bottom, but we want to go by the biggest possible number so that we can cut down on the steps. Let's start on number 1. So the first thing I see is that we could divide by 2. And if we're dividing by 1 in the form of 2 over 2. Right, this is 1, which makes the fraction equal. And then I'll have 6 over 25. Number 2, if I look at my multi-chart, 14 and 28 are both multiples of 7. So I'm going to divide by 1 in the form of 7 over 7 to reduce that fraction. And then I see again 2 over 4. You can reduce that one more time, 1 over 2. So 14 goes into both of those. So you could have divided by 14 over 14 and gotten 1/2 right away. Let's keep going. The first thing I see is that 4 goes into both of these. So I'm going to divide by 4 over 4. And I'll get 4 over 5. Anytime the numerator is 1 less than the denominator, you know that you're done. You can't reduce that anymore. Alright, I'm going to divide this one by 5 over 5. And I'll get 1 over 5. Anytime the numerator is 1, you know you're done. Keep going. I see on my multi-chart that 6 goes into both of these. So I'll get 3 over 5. Let's see. Does 8 go into both of those? What about 6? 6 goes into both of those. And I'll have 4 over 7. Now, of course, you could have divided by 2 and then 3, and that would have been okay too. It just would have taken an extra step. All right, let's keep going. Here's our essential question. Pause the video, write down your essential question, make sure you have the notes. Feel free to rewind if you need to. So we're going to start talking about experiments and probability today. Here's the key idea. Now, I need to mention too, you don't have paper copies of these notes because I didn't give them to you before we went away for distance learning. But they are available for you to print. They're available on the website. If you scroll down a little bit, on the right hand side it says everything I hand out in class is in these folders. If you go down, click chapter 10 and click the blank notes, you can print them and write on them, or you can take your own notes, or you can look in the book. Whatever works for you is fine for me. So this is the key idea for 10.1. It says an experiment is an investigation or a procedure that has varying results. Now, in science class, you talk a lot about experiments and performing a procedure to get varying results. The possible results of an experiment are called the outcomes of that experiment. A collection of those outcomes is called an event. And the outcomes of a specific event are called favorable outcomes. Now I want to talk about this word favorable. When we have favorable weather, that means we have nice weather, or the weather that you want. So favorable means you get what you want. So if you're playing a card game and you want to draw a jack, the favorable outcome is getting the jack that you wanted. So here's an example. It says randomly selecting a marble from a group of marbles is an experiment. So you have a bag of marbles. If you reach in and grab one out, you're performing an experiment. Each marble in the group is a possible outcome, and selecting a green marble from the group is an event. If you wanted a green marble and you got one, that's the favorable outcome because you got what you wanted. Let's try an example. This is the first one on the notes. It's got a six-sided, it's a cube, a number cube, or like a dice that you would use to play a game. Dice are rectangular prisms or a cube, so there's 6 sides of it. What are the possible outcomes? We have to be really careful about the wording here. What are they? Well, you could roll a 1, you could roll a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, or a 6. That's it. Those are the options. What are the favorable outcomes of rolling an even number? Favorable means I got what I wanted. I want an even number. So what are the even outcomes? 2, 4, and 6. Let's look at this one. It says, what are the favorable outcomes of rolling a number greater than 5? What are the favorable outcomes? So I want a number. I want it to be bigger than 5. There's only one possibility. 6 is the favorable outcome. Let's try another one. Now this spinner is on your notes, but if you print it, chances are it's going to print in black and white. So you'll need to watch the video to see the colors or look in the book because they're in the book also. So these questions are a little bit different. This one says how many possible outcomes are there, not what are they. So it says how many possible outcomes. Well, you could spin purple. That's one. You could spin red. That's another one. You could spin a blue, or you could spin a green. There are 4 possible outcomes. Now, as I'm looking at my spinner, 3 of the wedges are red. That's how many ways I could spin red. 3 ways. 3 wedges. 1, 2, 3. Let's look at the last one. It says, in how many ways can spinning not purple occur? So how many wedges are not purple? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 6 wedges. 1 of them is purple, so there are 5 wedges that are not purple. What are the favorable outcomes of spinning not purple? So I don't want to spin purple. Purple is really bad for me. I want to spin any other color. How many ways can I spin not purple? Well, it's all the other wedges. What are the favorable outcomes? So what are the other colors? Red, green, or blue? Those would be good colors for me if I don't want purple. So summarize those notes. Make sure that your summary answers the essential question and that you're taking the notes with us just like you would. Give the homework a shot tonight, but don't submit it. Try again tomorrow and come to office hours if you need help, especially before you submit your homework, so I can help you with it. Anyway, See you.